If you're a developer, I need you to stop whatever you're doing and watch this video, because there is a very good chance you are making at least one of these 5 mistakes right now, and each one is costing you money you should never have lost in the first place. My name is Gideon Egai, and I'm the founder of Osby Cost and Construction Advisory Limited. Our firms advise developers, investors, and homeowners on how to take control of their construction costs and protect their project margins. Today, I'm going to review the 5 most common and most expensive mistakes I see developers make and exactly how to fix one. Okay. The construction industry has one of the highest rates of cost overruns of any sector, and in most cases, these cost overruns are not accidents. They are predictable, preventable, and almost always tied to one of these 5 root causes. I've seen these mistakes destroy project margins, delay completions, and in some cases bankrupt developers who even have no idea of the warning signs in front of them. So let's go through this one by one. Over 70% of construction projects exceed their budget because of the following reasons. Number 1, starting without a detailed cost plan. This is number 1 killer of project margins. Developers often begin construction only with a rough budget estimate, sometimes just a figure pulled from a previous project or a contractor's ballpark. That is not a cost plan. A proper cost plan breaks down every element of your project by trade, by material, and by labor, so you know exactly what you are committing to before you commit. Alright, so without this, you cannot manage what you cannot measure. So you fix this by engaging a quantity surveyor at the design stage to produce a full elemental cost plan before you break the ground. Number 2 mistake that people make or developers make is an awarding contract without competitive tendering. I keep saying it, in short, I have it as one of my course philosophy that trust is good, but structure is better, because I see this constantly. A developer has a relationship with a contractor, they trust them, they skip the tender process and go straight to award. Now the problem is, without competition, there is no pricing discipline. You could be paying 15 to 25% more than the market rate and you will never know. A proper competitive tender with a documented bill of quantities ensure you get fair comparable pricing and gives you negotiating power for your contract. The 3rd mistake is ignoring cash flow planning. For example, most developers make use of borrowed funds, loans, and the rest. And in fact, at the middle of the project, cash stops flowing and project gets stuck, because most developers have the budget, but they run into cash flow crisis at the middle of the project. Why? Because the timing of expenditure on site does not match the timing of their funding drawdowns. This causes delay, penalties, and in some cases emergency borrowing at terrible rates. So a proper cash flow forecast mapped against your program tells you exactly when money needs to be available, so you will never find yourself in a position where the project is stalled because of funding and timing gap. So the mistake number 4 is no variation control process. Variation is very important because changes to the original scope of work are inevitable on any project. Quote me anywhere. The mistake is not that they happen. The mistake is having no formal process to approve, price, or even track them. I have seen projects where a developer had no idea on how many variation has been instructed until the contractor submitted a final account that was 40% higher than the contract sum. You can imagine that. So you put a variation control register in place from day 1. Every change must be priced before it is instructed. No instruction, no variation. Then the last mistake is under budgeting contingency. The industry standard is 10 to 15% contingency on any project, but most developers budget 5% or nothing at all. When unexpected costs arise, and they always do, there is no buffer. The project bleeds, corner gets caught, or additional fund is sought at worst possible time. So you protect your margin by budgeting the right contingency from day 1. It is not wasted money, it is financial discipline. These 5 mistakes are avoidable, but only if you have the right systems and the right advisors around you from the beginning. At Beginning Group, this is exactly the work we do with our clients every day. If you are planning a development and you want a professional review of your current cost position, click the link in the description to book a free initial consultation with our team. And if this video gives you value, subscribe. We publish expert content like this every week. Build smart, build well, and I see you in the next one. So you always tender